Hello everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Mug&Play. I am Nick. Today we're doing something a little different. I asked all of you if you had any questions for me. We could do like a Q&A. And I asked for your cues, you provided them, and allow me to A them. Answer. That's what A stands for. If you could describe yourself with 3 words, what would they be and why? I would say I'd like to think creative. I'd like to think that my videos are fun and creative and that I'm a creative person. I hope funny. Let's go with funny. I want to be funny. I hope you find me funny. And I know some of you think funny looking. Oh my goodness. You know, I've heard that joke before and it's actually funnier every time I hear it. Yeah. And then the last one, for obvious reasons, gassy. Because, you know, if you had a theme song, what would it be? It would probably either be the jingle for every video, this one, nice, and either failing that, Africa by Toto, because it's a good song. Thank you. If someone came up to you and said, "Hey, do that thing you do," what would pop into your head first? Probably the thing I do would be unnecessary sound effects like this. Yeah. It's a thing I can do. Don't ask me to do it on command in person. Give me some time to edit it and it'll turn out that way. Which cartoon character do you think you resemble the most? If I had to purely on aesthetics, probably Filbert from Rocko's Modern Life for some reason. Filbert with a beard. I don't know if there's a picture of him with a beard. If I can find one, I'll put it up here. If not, then I'll just improvise. If you could witness any event from the past, present, or future, what would it be? I would say if I could, I'll do each one. If I could witness any event of the past safely, the meteor that hits the Earth that kills the dinosaurs, just because it'd be interesting to see. Part of me wants to see all the destruction just so I can eventually watch the chaos turn to order once more. And I think that would be an interesting thing to see. I don't know. Don't judge me. Present day. If I could witness anything present day, this might sound silly, but I'd like to witness TwitchCon because I would love to go. It would be a wonderful thing to go, and I hope I can go this year. I have plans for it, but it's one of those things where it's like I'll believe I'm going when I'm walking through the doors. And if I do go, you better believe I'm going to vlog that shit, as is everyone else that's going to be there. And future, again, viewing these things safely. I would love to see the world when there are no more humans. Basically, I'd love to just kind of walk around, and and again, this is a thing of like I can witness it and then go back to present day. I don't want to be stuck there. I'd have nothing to do and no one to talk to. It'd be boring as hell. I mean, it'd be amazing to explore it, but after a while I'd be like, kind of want to play Words with Friends, but there are no more friends, and therefore there are no more words. Because no one's left to speak them. You know. I don't know. You tell me, you leave comments below answering these questions yourselves. We'll have a discussion about it with words and friends. What is your favorite moment from any stream in the past? It would probably have to be the first one that comes to mind is when I completed Red Dead Redemption 2 and I was having this nice moment and then I accidentally walked John Marston off of a cliff.
I thought you liked this place.
No, John, I don't like it.
Aw.
I love it.
Aw.
It's home.
Aw. And look, in the distance, we got some crops going. That's wonderful. Nice. Oh shit! I mean, he didn't die. He just landed on his head and got back up. Because that's what you do when you're a cowboy. You fall down, you get back up. Even and especially when it's like a 30-foot drop. It was really funny. How long has your channel been on YouTube? My channel has been on YouTube technically since August 20th, 2016, but I didn't put the first video on there until September 1st, 2016, because I wanted to have everything set and ready to go and have some stuff recorded and edited and ready to post. So I consider September 1st the channel's birthday. Inspirations to do YouTube, I would say the biggest one, pretty obviously, is Game Grumps, because I first got into Game Grumps actually right after a breakup, like a couple hours after a breakup. I was basically feeling bummed out. I went inside. I'm like, I need something that's gonna make me laugh. And I saw that my friend Chad had been trying to get me to watch it for a while. And so I'm like, oh, I'll check out these Game Grump guys. I'm like, oh, it's got that Ego Raptor fella and that the dude from Ninja Sex Party, that band I had also just gotten into. I actually gotten into NSP and Grumps at the same time. And it was during their Mario 64 playthrough, and it was just what I needed at the time. And also, and I checked out their Grump Out channel, which is like their side thing of like bloopers and whatnot. And their old editor Barry had put up an editing tutorial, and I was like, wow, this makes a lot of sense. He explained everything very clearly, and I'd had some prior editing experience, but not a whole lot. I hadn't touched any video editing software in years, and so I decided, sure, I got into it, and I never fell out of love with it. And then I found other inspirations, like I checked out Markiplier, checked out Jacksepticeye, and checked out a whole bunch of other ones, and now I love streaming and Let's Playing as a whole. I think it is a fantastic means of self-expression. It gives me a chance to be silly and creative with editing things, and it's a lot of fun. How did you come up with Mug&Play, the name? It was based off of the fact that I have an overwhelmingly enormous collection of mugs in my household. Between me and my roommates, we have well over 100 mugs in this household, and it's a play on words off of plug and play, because I'm very impatient and I really like plug and play software where you can just plug it into a USB port or plug it into wherever and it's good to go. No installation, no downloading extra software, anything like that. Anything that's plug and play, I'm into it. So mugs, plug and play, Mug and Play. And I pitched the idea because I was trying to pitch some new names for the channel, because it did previously have an old name called OAS, Otakus with a Z. Here's the old logo. And but it was the same name that I used for my old comic series, and I'm like, you know what? I need to differentiate this. It's not a comic, it's Let's Plays. It's totally different, so it shouldn't have the same name as one of my older projects. So I was just bouncing names off of people, and I don't even remember any of the old names. But I was like, how about Mug&Play? Because I gave the explanation why, and it was like unanimously liked. Like everyone I pitched it to was like, yeah, that's really clever. I like that it's short and simple. It's good. So I'm like, all right, cool. I finally got an idea that most people like. Normally people think my ideas are kind of whatever, and so I'm going to stick with it. What is your favorite playthrough on the channel so far? Right now, I am really, really enjoying the How to Date a Magical Girl series. I've really kind of had fun with going the extra mile with editing that. That's been sort of my testing grounds for new, different editing techniques, and adding a lot of flourishes and bells and whistles, and people are really responding to it. It's probably my most popular series to date, and as of this week, is now the longest series I've ever done, and I plan on doing it until it's over. Obviously, a close second to that is Doki Doki Literature Club, because that game threw me for a loop, and I absolutely loved it. That's one of those games where it's like, if I could erase my memory of what happens in that game and play it again, I would. I really enjoyed Donut County. That was a really fun one to do. Dream Daddy was a lot of fun, and a ton of the one-off episodes have been so much fun to do, because they're just like individually bite-sized episodes, and I think they're great. And that's probably the longest playlist on the channel, but there's a lot of gems in that, and that one's like, that whole playlist is very interesting, because you watch that start to finish, they're all in chronological order. You can see just how much my life has changed in the last few years. So it's cool. It's almost like this interesting little time capsule with those one-off episodes because they're pretty evenly spaced out. So you can see when I had different jobs and I was living in different places and all sorts of stuff. It's interesting. So I would recommend those would be all my personal favorites that I would recommend. What color is your toothbrush? My toothbrush is green, but I have a travel one that is red, so I can tell the difference because I just leave my travel one in my backpack and I leave the at-home one here at home. So that way I am never without a toothbrush because brushing your teeth is important. The last question on here, whatever happened to that other version of yourself from the Nico Simulator video? Did he ever go back to his own dimension? If by back to his own dimension you mean locked in a shed in the backyard, then yes, he went back to his own dimension. And I haven't checked on him in a bit. One second. Oh, shit! All right. Okay. All right. He's not there. Okay. All right. You!